Picking up those 20 penalties. So here is Lauren Nicholson, the former Lauren Kiefer, with Vermiculus, owned by Jacqueline Mars. Second after the dressage, this lovely little horse. And Lauren is, I mean, she's such a hard-working rider. Tiny little Vermiculus. And Jacqueline Mars, amazing owner, amazing lady. Of course, title sponsors at the recent Badminton Horse Trials.
Huge
Mars
contributors to the sport. And
she's with Vermiculus.
how many 5-stars has Vermiculus done?
I will find out.
A few Kentuckys.
For sure.
Maybe a Maryland. You know, another one, if I was a betting girl, which luckily I'm not, I would have money on doing a good performance today. Absolutely nailing it.
Yeah, Lauren,
Beautiful ride. Beautiful ride. The horse knew, despite having not walked the course, despite having no idea what was behind those trees, despite having no fence, just said yes, yes, yes. Understand. Lovely, lovely display of riding. And a gorgeous view of the horse's ears pricked, looking for the flags, looking for the fences, looking for the next obstacle. Nice little nippy number, which is I think what you need for today. We've seen some fairly tired horses showing you the effect of the twists, effects of the turns, effects of the in and out of the trees. And I think a little nippy number is what you need to be on today to make your job the easiest it can be.
So just looking up her 5 stars, she's done she did Kentucky in 18 and 19, Burley in 19, Kentucky 21, Maryland 21, started Kentucky this year but then withdrew.
Interesting.
So he's pretty experienced.
Pretty experienced, and it shows, doesn't it, Spenny? You know, coming out of the start block, but not in a hurry.
Yeah.
They're being positive, but they're not rushed.
Just turning in the air. That's where the experience shows. They both know each other.
It really does. You cannot afford to drift at that table. You know, the table in itself is not an accuracy question, but put between two corners on very long strides on a curve in a main arena at Luhmuhlen 5-star, it really is an accuracy question. And you can see she nails the stride at the corner, stays very tight at the table, and has already got her eyes firmly on element 3, and she needed to. She was still off the corner.
And she went on the 3, you know, to the corner. We've seen horses go on the 4, but you know, she was so positive a couple of years ago as well. Lauren Nicholson and Vermiculus coming now to 11, A, B, and C.
Cleverly ridden.
Gates. My goodness me, just.
Really cleverly ridden. She
really
set up nice and early, was then
super.
able to be positive but to a nice deep spot on the way in, which meant the Cadolling.
But I'm just hearing, I do know that as well, so I don't really know why
Vermiculus into the water, Lauren Nicholson, sweet little horse's face, saying, what's next? What can we jump? Where's the obstacle? Lovely positive, a little bit off on the way out of that element, and then a neat little dab into the final table. I'm so enjoying watching these two, and sort of take-homes from everything we watch. We learn a little something, and it's the importance of partnership with these two is so clear.
So Lauren coming to this fence, and I do know this, the rails on the top of the bank, Silverbirch rails, this little step here on the little lip there, you see, and Vermiculus very nearly landed in it as well. There's a little lip that goes back and drops down to the base of the wall.
And if you can land clear of the lip.
That information passed on to me from a lady that won the very first 5-star here in 2005. Do you remember who that was?
No.
You must.
No.
Bettina Hoy.
Thank you,
won
Bettina.
the very first 5-star here in 2005. And she just reminded me about the ditch on the landing. It's not really a ditch, it's just the way the ground falls back to the step. So that's a great bit of information, because you know we've seen a couple there just land on that backside. Vermiculus touched, played with the top of that ditch.
and Lauren's balance and the horse's quick thinking. That big corner on a long 3 strides further to the right than is ideal, and that's the question, that's the challenge, that lifestyle level competition, and why Mike ES is one of the most highly revered course builders in the world, and what a treat it is for these riders to be able to attack one of his courses.
Lauren Nicholson, no relation to the great Andrew Nicholson, coming through what is a tough enough question, those 2 right angled corners. You know, they're big corners there on the turn. Vermiculus looking full of running. They make their way back through this washing machine. You feel like you're in a spin here. They're coming back through the water, which they've already jumped through, to the 2 little houses in the water this time.
And it's the rider's ability to help the horses pick out what are the obstacles and what are the distractions.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the fences from the other way, you have got flags, but you've also got people, you've got trees, you've got decorations, and you know, the really good, solid combinations can help read each other's minds.
Absolutely.
And help pick out.
As Lauren Nicholson and Vermiculus still ears pricked, full of running, towards home they come. Just about to go through the trees over this little roll top. Fairly innocuous little fence as they run up the hill and pop out over that. And then they run back through the trees. Little loop here, and then back to the rail, ditch and log. I have to say, these 2 are giving us a really good ride around Mike Etherington Smith's track. 6,270 metres. That optimum time, 11 minutes exactly. Nice let-up fence for Vermiculus and Lauren Nicholson. I still in my head keep going Lauren Kiefer, no, stop calling her Lauren Kiefer. But you know, we do that, and I don't know whether or not Gemma Tattersall is going to change her name to Gemma Stevens or not. She just got married as well.
I feel like we could be opening an enormous can of worms.
We could.
With me on the other end of the microphone, this is not a great topic of conversation. Let's just leave that. Interesting to see Lauren get behind the saddle there, and it just shows that the whip is not really there forever for punishment.
Yeah.
It's there to say, come on mate, or let's concentrate, or I need this shoulder here, or even for yourself sometimes a little tap down the shoulder to say, focus, we've got a real job to do, we've got more fences to jump.
Just under 40 seconds to get home. She could just about do it. She's on a good dressage score. Remember, she was lying second. She's now in the lead after the dressage, after the fall of Bubby Upton and Cannavaro at the 11th.
And
so
she will
she's
have known
got
that
20
if she
seconds.
set out. Clubhouse leader.
And I think in the history of the event, I think I'm right in thinking that no American has ever won Luhmuhlen.
Okay, well, a few more fences to go. She's just going to be over that optimum time there. You see her hit that 11-minute mark. She's got the last fence to jump. Well done.
And she's over,
Good girl.
and she stops the clock 13 seconds, over 31.9.
Let's hop onto our leaderboard. That was a real, really a real inspirational ride. That was a really inspiring ride to watch, and so much to be learned from that.
It's interesting.